Right side, hauled in by Cup. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That's taken in by Higbee. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter.
No way, you're kidding me! Do it again!
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On play action, it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So on a critical 4th down, they want to put the game in the hands of their quarterback. Give them some options. They go with the RPO scheme. The defense sells outs to stop the run. He's forced to pull it. Incomplete pass. Great job by the defense, staying true to their assignments, playing disciplined football, and they get a huge stop there on 4th down.
A run, it's P-Run. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's P-Rock. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mahomes. That's caught downfield. It's Kelsey.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
First and 10 for Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Mahomes on 1st down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held it just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one taken at the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Take a shot. Downfield, looking for Cup. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. He's going to look downfield once again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On the carry is Piron. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still little work to do now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to run it out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Chiefs, and he's going to have the Jets. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. 15-yard pickup there. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Here's 2nd and 6. We'll try and run the option left. He is in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the third. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the ground, this is Williams. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. He works free, right side. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Kansas City. What a time for a pick six for the defense as the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one. The defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Stafford now to throw on first down. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First down, Stafford unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And his offense is going to be off.
Flying, yeah, I'm free now. See now. Society's time me release now. Crazy, I'm finna go see now. Big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one. 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will. I got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no yard.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Kansas City. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Escapes out to the left. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running...
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 35-yard line.
Another try following the sack. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Complete out to the right side. And defenders are there to get him at the line. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. From the gun, Piron. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Working quickly here. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the 1st. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Now it's the 1st carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the 2nd. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add 1 on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He's out in the clear. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. The 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Chiefs looking to add to their advantage. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Mahomes to throw for it. Finds his man Rice. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Hurts now from the gun. Forced out to his right. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st down, Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Hurts throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their 1st turnover last time out. Now they put their 1st sack on the board. In big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down throw, Mahomes. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Getting out to his left. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Hurts. He's going to push one deep down there. That's complete inside the 35. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards. So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Back to throw it. He connects downfield on 4. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grab the lead on their first series of the half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
But Kerr to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. The return starts at the 18. And he'll go out of bounds, but not until he works this all the way down to the 14-yard line.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Mahomes now. Buying some time right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
To the air, Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Rice, the motion man right. It's a jet sweep. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Darius Slay with the stop. He puts together a gain of 2, and we are at the end of our 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Oh, he lost the football. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Looking to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a fourth-quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Covey now to return this. He gets popped quickly. Not a nice feeling or a nice return.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And now they face second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Chased out to his right. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Here's Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Looking for a target. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Hurts setting up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
He'll get this one to Brown. Galloping inside the 40. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Eagles losing by 4. First down from the red zone. Catch is made in close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41. On the draw, it's Pacheco. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
He'll look to throw it. It's complete to Hopkins. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Straight ahead they go with Piron. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. Second down now, 7 to go. Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Looking to throw it. That's Worthy running the slant. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Setting up to pass. Cut near the goal line. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Reed now to kick this one away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Hurts now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's intercepted. That will do it. And the
There's an imposition in my mind's imagination. I hope when they choke on smoke, 'cause I'm smoking them like a basement. This is not rap, this is not hip-hop. Just another attempt to make the voices stop. Rapping to prove nothing, just writing to say something. 'Cause I wasn't the only one who wasn't rushing to saying nothing. This doesn't mean I lost my dream. It's just right now I got a really crazy mind and clean. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm misty eyed, therefore I'm Can you say?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game. Second and a yard. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. It has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. That is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Mahomes now to throw on second down. He's into space past the 25. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They'll run it here. It's Samaje Perine. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Mahomes now on second down. That's taken in by the running back Perine. And he will get into the end zone. Samaje Perine. Touchdown, KC. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run with Dowdle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here.
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Brian Cook. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
On second down, Mahomes. That's caught. Travis Kelce. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one taken in. Samaje Perine. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. We are through one. It's the Chiefs on top. We're back to Arlington in a moment. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have...
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Now he'll run.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact, does so successfully, and it's a first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short, one of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense, they were ready for it, but a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield, take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
They run on the jet sweep. And he's in! Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game.